Hello everyone, it is good to see you again. Today I will share some stories that will give you goosebumps and may even make the room feel a little colder. These stories are a mixture of reality and the darkness of human fears. Whether they are real or fictional is up to you to decide. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. It helps me make more videos like this. And write in the comments where you're watching us from. I'm curious to know where exactly someone is turning on the lights brighter right now. Just to feel safe. Make yourself comfortable. The story begins.
The craziest shit I heard lately, though,
Yeah.
there's actually a case of somebody that disguised themselves to get back with an ex. So there's this girl,
Yeah.
and she was in an abusive relationship. He was just not good for her.
Okay.
She ended up getting a restraining order for this guy.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Months pass. And then a new guy comes into her life.
Okay.
Completely good guy. Seems like, wow, this is my perfect person.
Yeah.
But her friends thought, wait, he's a little bit too similar. Now, it turns out this guy, he had over, I think, like 30 different plastic surgeries to his face to change his jaw,
Okay.
change his jaw, face structure, nose, eyes, hair color,
Oh, fuck.
everything,
Yeah.
just so he can get back with the ex that he
No
loves so
way.
bad.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Wait, and they actually got back together.
Yeah, they got back together, and they were together for a couple months before
Yeah.
her friends decided, like, okay, we gotta look into this guy.
This story sounds like the plot of a thriller, but it really happened. A man was so obsessed with his ex that he underwent more than 30 plastic surgeries to change his face, jawline, nose, eyes, and even hair color, just to reappear in her life. And the scariest thing is, he succeeded. They really did start dating again. Imagine, the person you ran away from is standing in front of you with a new name and a new appearance, and you don't even realize it's him. Love number. It's not love anymore. It's addiction, obsession, a distorted desire to possess. This story makes you wonder, how much do we really know about the people we let into our lives? And what's scarier, losing someone, or finding the one you should have run away from again?
Did you know in the United States there's a town burning for over 60 years? Centralia was once a thriving mining town, but in 1962, a coal seam deep beneath the ground caught fire. What should have been a simple blaze turned into something internal. The flames crept unseen through miles of tunnels, spreading year after year, eating the town from below. Soon, Centralia became unlivable. Pavements split open, coughing smoke and fire. Highways twisted into broken scars. Basements filled with poisonous gas, suffocating homes in silence. Children playing outside vanished into sinkholes that tore open without warning, their screams swallowed by steam rising from the pits. The air grew toxic, heavy with sulfur, burning the lungs of anyone who dared to linger. Their houses, slowly sinking into poisoned soil, still stand, ghostly relics in a town erased from maps. Yet the fire rages on, unseen but alive. Travelers whisper that at night the fog glows blood red, as if veins of hell pulse beneath the ground. And if you dare step onto the abandoned highway and listen, you may hear faint cries echoing up from the earth, the voices of miners and townsfolk, still trapped, still burning in the dark. This is not legend, this is America's own inferno.
It's strange, isn't it? How something meant to keep us warm can also destroy everything it touches. A fire that was supposed to burn for a night still breathes 60 years later. No demons, no curses, just coal, air, and human carelessness. And yet, it feels alive. It crawls under the earth like a heartbeat, slow and heavy, whispering through the cracks. You can't see it, but it's there, beneath the asphalt, beneath your feet, waiting. We built a town over it once. We thought we could control it. But maybe fire doesn't need to rage to be terrifying. Sometimes it just has to keep burning, quietly, endlessly, long after we're gone.
You can order sunlight like Uber Eats.
Wait, what do you mean sunlight?
Fam, so let's say it's 4 a.m. and you're in the middle of a road
Yeah.
and you want your area to be lit up by the sun.
Okay.
You can order on your app, and the satellites in the sky will angle mirrors
No.
and shine light
No.
directly where you're at.
No.
They're working right now on this.
Is that in China or US?
No, it's a US company, I'm pretty sure. But it's gonna be worldwide.
Holy
Yeah, this is a serious company. Like, they're a serious app, and they're gonna make this real.
Wait.
Now, think about it, though. There's a lot of ways you can use it for good.
Okay.
You can imagine, like, oh, let's say there's a emergency. right? Let's say there's a natural disaster and we need light to find the people.
Yeah.
They'll be able to use sunlight to directly spot and give daylight to one place on Earth.
I guess, but I feel like there's more malicious ways than
use
the
the sunlight?
benefits.
What is keep man awake? Like, fuck. Gonna fuck
No,
with his
because that means-
circadian rhythm.
It's strange, isn't it? How something as pure as sunlight, the thing that gives us life, can be turned into a product. You can literally order sunlight now, like Uber Eats. You open an app, tap your location, and satellites in orbit move their mirrors to shine daylight right where you stand. It sounds futuristic, almost beautiful. Imagine a rescue team using it during a disaster, bringing light to a collapsed city at midnight, or farmers using it to keep crops alive during long winters. But light has two faces, because if you can create daylight anywhere, you can also take it away. You can blind a city, expose someone who thought they were hidden, turn midnight into noon in a war zone. The company says it's for good, but we've heard that before.
Did you know a 25-year-old teacher went to confession and the priest who heard her confession abused and unalived her? Then the Catholic Church covered it up for 57 years. Her name was Irene Garza, a beautiful school teacher and former beauty queen from McAllen, Texas. On April 16, 1960, the night before Easter, Irene drove to Sacred Heart Catholic Church for confession. She never came home. 5 days later, her body was found floating in an irrigation canal. The autopsy revealed she had been beaten, abused while unconscious, and suffocated. The prime suspect was Father John Feet, the 27-year-old priest who heard her last confession. Instead of hearing her confession in the confessional booth, Feet had taken her to the church rectory. There, he attacked her, gagged her with a cellophane bag, and drowned her in the bathtub. But here's the most disgusting part. Church officials and local police made a secret deal to protect Feet. Rather than face charges, the Catholic Church quietly transferred him to a monastery in Missouri. In 1963, Feet confessed to a fellow monk that he had unalived a young woman in a bathtub with a cellophane bag. The monk kept the secret for 40 years. Meanwhile, Feet left the priesthood, got married, had children, and lived freely in Arizona. Irene's family spent decades fighting for justice, knowing the church was protecting their daughter's killer. Feet wasn't arrested until 2016. He was 83 years old and used a walker in court. He was finally convicted in 2017 and sentenced to life in prison. He passed away behind bars in 2020, having stolen 60 years of life from a woman whose only crime was wanting to confess her sins. Write your country and I'll make a video from there.
How faith, something meant to heal, can become the perfect disguise for evil. How a collar, a cross, and a quiet voice can make monsters invisible. There's something terrifying about the idea that holiness itself can be weaponized. That the hands that bless could also destroy. Not in anger, not in chaos, but in calm, deliberate silence. That's the kind of evil that doesn't scream. It whispers. Maybe that's what makes stories like this so unsettling. They remind us that monsters don't always hide in the dark. Sometimes they wear robes, speak softly, and promise forgiveness, while holding your damnation in their hands.